Maybe we need to come this way just a little bit. Oh, okay. I thought I wasn't in the picture, but I am. Will it work if I turn it this way? No, it is backwards. Okay. Just trying to figure out how. I want you to see the whole. Hi, Patty. I want you to see. Hi, Charis. All right, there we go. I think that will work. How's everybody doing today? Getting crafty? Putting on my apron because I'm going to get ink on myself. It's the way I roll. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an inky scrapbook page. And then we're going to make an element for that page. And we're going to use Kimmie inks and sprays and re-inkers. Hey, Kimmie! To create those things. Sewing your heart out. I can't sew. Okay, you're going to get crafty a whole bunch after, okay? Kim's going to add another challenge. Woohoo! We'll give it 1 minute and then we will get started. We're also going to use our stencil on the scrapbook page after we ink it. I just stuck my finger into something wet. All right. So what I thought I would do, I'll show you the photos. We're going to take my babies, my cutie patooties that they are. Well, I think they're cutie patooties. Something like this. I don't know. We're going to start with a white piece of cardstock, and then we're going to create a layout. I have some elements, some plain elements here that I already cut, but we're going to ink and we're going to create a fun layout using the supplies that we use for cards, and we don't always think about those things when we're making a layout. So I'll clean these up. I matted the photos so that, you know, this wouldn't take, thank you. I'm a little biased, but I think they're adorable. So we will get started. I have my sprays right here. And does everybody know, how did you get the black border? I use the Perfect Layers. This happens to be the mini Perfect Layers, and there's 2 of these. Here's the other one. So you can see this little edge right here. That's the 1/16. And then there's 3/16, which is this little wider. And you just butt this up against your photo. You hook it onto the photo. and then you run your straight edge along here, and then you get perfect layers. So I like that 1/16 border. So you can see this one I didn't do straight. If I hook that, see, we will, here, I'll show you. Move this over. Hook that on there, and then run this along, and it took off that little bit, and then now I have this perfect border. And then you can do, you know, I can stick this on, of course I only have black here, and then I can do, you know, this 1/8 or this 1/4, and then hook all of that on there, and then it would cut a 1/4 border. So, I'm added them already so that you didn't have to watch me. I always like my photos to have mats. I'm just really funny about that. Sometimes double mats. But okay, enough about that. Let me make sure this is back in the center. All right. So first up, I made some crisp crimson ink because red is my favorite color. See, I have some on the outside, so I just shook it. That's fine. And if you've never seen this before, what I do is I just put distilled water in, and then I add about 20 to 30 drops. I put some beads in there to shake up the ink. And then you have your own spray. So I'm trying to get some big droplets right here to give it some texture. And now I'll just do a fine mist. We'll lay down some color. We're going to come back and add more, but I want to give it, I don't want just red, even though one can never have enough red. Here's some lovely lagoon. We'll spray a little bit of that around the outside. Kind of get some of those corners. Why distilled? I use distilled because I move around, I don't know, every 4 to 5 years for my job. And so I've lived some places like in Minnesota that had very hard water. And the minerals in the water will clog your spritzer. Now you can use it, but it will clog the spritzer because the water is so hard. If you have a water softener or you live somewhere where you have soft water, I mean, the tap water should be fine. But like I said, very hard water will plug these misters. Here's some Magical Midnight. We'll just add a little bit of that. Give it some, I'm going to add a little bit of this Cosmic Shiver. It's just white pearl, just to give it a little bit of pearly. We're going to add some more red. We'll just throw some on there. Give it some interest when we get done with it. All right, we're going to add some crimson, and then we're going to work on our matte because we're going to give this a lot of texture. First, I just want to lay down a thin coat here to get all that red. Now, we're going to use our matte. I'm going to put this down. And then we're going to sop this up. But we're going to do it like this. What that does, see how it creates this texture? So look at that. Look at all that texture that we have. I'm going to add a little bit of water for this pearl mixative here. And then I just think that's a cool looking background. We're going to spray, this is ruby red. Spray a little bit of that. And then we'll add some more crimson. And we'll pick this all back up. All right. What do you guys think? We need some more color in here. Doesn't that look cool? And it was just a white piece of paper. Okay, I just broke my Yummy Yellow sprayer. That's okay. We have more. Amazon might be out right now, but technical diff. This is just Fun Stamper's Journey white cardstock. They call it, what do they call it? It's not marshmallow. Whipped cream, maybe? So it's just scrapbook paper. It's nothing special. Just trying to add a little bit of yellow up here. Give it a little more glow to it. There we go. I will tell you, the Yummy Yellow has a lot of pigment in it. So sometimes you do get a little clogging. All right, now I just want to spray a little more red. I don't want it to be yellow. We'll spray on here one more time. And then we'll pick all that up. Okay. I like that. Maybe I'll leave it alone. What do you guys think? Yeah, a thicker paper. Now, see, you do need the re-inkers. Oh, this is Crisp Crimson with a little bit of Lovely Lagoon and Yummy Yellow. Let me clean up all this ink here. Look at, I love crimson. Crisp Crimson is such a beautiful red. All right, let's pick that up. Let's dry this. All right, what do you guys think? You like it like that? Think we should add another color to it? Right, just plain cardstock, and now you have this cool distressed. You can kind of see that shimmer in there. The other thing we could do, I can get some big, there we go. There we go. Some big droplets of ink. And if you hold it and you're like, ooh, I don't like those, you can just pick them up, add a little texture along the way. There's no wrong. Okay. We'll put this away. And now we're going, yeah, so if you aren't seeing the comments, Kim just gave us a great reminder. Hi, Lori. If you want ink refills, now would be a good time to do it because the ink manufacturer is on shutdown because of the whole COVID-19. So she doesn't know when she'll get them back in. So it's good to, you know, go grab some and get the colors that you want. Okay, so this is just a travel iron. It's cheap, that I got on Amazon. So we're going to dry this. So that we can do some more things to it. You can use a heat gun. Just an iron will dry it faster. I love using the ink frills. We're going to make some little embellishments for this. And you could use your real iron. Just, you can see how dirty it is. So, you know, just clean it before you, iron that white shirt or something. Because then you'd have a nice distressed shirt too. But like, how much would we pay for this scrapbook page? Oops. We'll have to make sure that we put an embellishment there. It's all right. We're just going to dry it. Yeah, I got mine from Amazon. I'm going to do a real quick of this. Just for the front here. We'll do some more real quick here, and then we just don't want to rip it. Once it gets drier, you can actually, like you're ironing, if you do that when it's wet, you will catch some of the paper, like, where's my towel? Get this liquid that's coming out. Oh, that's cool. I used to have a craft one, and it had a great non-stick surface, and I must have given it away, or I lost it in a move, because I can't find it. So I bought this one. It was like a clover craft iron. It was amazing. But this gets it done. You can see all the water coming out. Just right here, and then we'll the craft ones, just like I said, they're non-stick and they get to a nice high heat. They will iron your paper flat, which is really nice. Like I said, this doesn't, but all right, let me clean this up. Sometimes a little distressing that happens. We'll do a quick wash of this. Yeah, that's the one thing about the glass mat. It's just when it's first wet, it will stick to the paper towels. At this spot, you probably could just grab paper towels, but when it's first wet, it can kind of stick. But we're good. All right, so that's, let me just, yeah, see. All right, let me turn this off so I don't burn myself with it, because we know that I'll reach over there. So let's see, how do we want this? Trying to decide. I'm going to put this like this. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the paw print stencil, so puppy paw prints, and actually, I say that. This is a little damp. Hang on 1 second. Let me grab a piece of paper. I'm trying to... All right. What I want is I'm going to put a little border up here across the top. Like that. Okay? So we are going to take the glitter paste. This is the Viva glitter paste, the iridescent. And we are going to put some over here on our craft sheet. And we're going to add some crisp crimson to it. Let me move this out of the way for a second. And we're going to make this the same color. Because again, right, we sprayed the background with this. I want it to be a little darker. So we will, there we go. All right. See, watch, I'm going to put this right in there. Let me get a little bit more of this. It's like I have to go across the whole 12 by 12, so. So what's nice when you use your own reinkers is, right, you can make this whatever shade you want. All right. Oh, do you have it in the Shop the Box? It's so pretty. I really like it. Maybe just a little bit more. I'm trying to figure out how much to... There we go. There. I want it to go across the whole length. So, okay. So we're going to pick up some... Okay, a different brand and more in the jar. Yeah, this one, I don't know how much is in there, but all right. So we're going to just pull this through. go. There was a little bit missing. All right, there we go. Now we're going to pick this up. Maybe. I might be stuck. There we go. All right. Then we're going to just move it over a little bit. And I'm going to use this one as a guide. Right? So that I know that the rest of those will line up. And then we'll pick this up. We'll do this again. And even though it doesn't go all the way across, we can line it up and we can get a really good spot. Let me get in here. And then we'll do it again. We'll lift it up. It's still a little damp. There we go. One more. I'll scoot this over here. I'll line this up with that paw and that heart. And then we will finish this off. All right. So, let me clean this real quick and then I'll show you what we have. Let's get this off the stencil. And let's get this off the glass mat. Oh, you know what we'll do? I have a crown here. We'll put this on there. What I did, I'm just going to stick this on here real quick. Then I'll clean it. This is grunge board, Tim Holtz grunge board that, you know, I bought 500 years ago and is in my craft stash. And I cut it so that we could play with some things. And, but you can do it with regular, you know, cardstock pieces too. This is just a little thicker. And let's get this. Hang on a minute. I don't like that. I know I'm filthy inky, huh? There we go. Never mind. I changed my mind. Let me clean this mess up and we will dye this a different way. I have some other things here for us to play with. All right, let's get this under here. Throw this out. All right. And let's clean this up. So that I don't stick my finger in it. And let's close this. All right. So, let me get this back all the way in the screen. Yeah, I know, huh? So many years ago. So now we have this beautiful border of our stencil all across the top. And it matches our paper. So now This is the Nouveau Crackle Mousse. I got it at the last Shop the Box. We're going to take some of this. And it's a real creamy, it's a little firm, but a creamy texture. But you can dye it. So this is the Russian white. So you can dye it to match. So I'm going to add some. Here, I'll scoot this just a hair this way so you can see what I'm doing. Can you see? Let me move. Okay, so I'm going to take the crisp crimson and I'm going to drop it in the Russian white Nouveau Mousse. And then we will cream that together. Let me set this to the side so we don't stick our finger in it. I should have done that before I moved you all, huh? That's all right. Let's add a little bit more. That's the nice thing with the reinkers. You can do it with the pads, but you'll have to squish it out on your craft mat, and you won't necessarily get the same intensity. Because it's just straight reinker. It's only a couple of drops, and we can get, you know, whatever color we want. So I have this heart. So we will put this on the heart. And with the crackle, if it's thick, you'll have bigger crackles. And if you put it on thin, you'll have littler crackles. And I have some crackle already because I wasn't sure that it would dry in time for you to see it. Okay, we'll set this over here to dry. But that easy, you're able to make whatever color you want to match your project. So I know mine's all going to match because it's all crimson, crisp crimson. Let's clean up. Right, the glitter, I dyed the glitter crisp crimson. So let me show you. So I did this, I don't know, Wednesday, I think. So this is Sparkling Sapphire. This is Gorgeous Grape. And this white is just the white crackle. And this is on black cardstock. So because it's so opaque, it holds that color. And then, I don't know if you can see that crackle. So it's really pretty. I also did this earlier. I don't know if you can see the crackle in there. But I just went like that to give it that texture. And again, this is the grunge board. So we're going to make our little element. We're going to use this little heart because our big heart is drying. So we're going to use love as a four-legged word. And we're going to color the little doggy. And then this will go on our page with our doggy pictures. And then I have this little crown that I did using Yummy Yellow and the glitter paste. And then I have crown somewhere. Oh, here it is. This one's using Pink Pizzazz in the glitter paste. And then, here, I'll show you how to do it if you don't have the re-inker. So, here's the crimson pad. Hey, Beth! I put some on my craft sheet. I take some of the, and you have to kind of squish it in to kind of get it to dye. So it'll work. It's just a little more complex. So then we have to squish it into that ink. But you can't do sprays without the re-inkers, so we'll do a little red. Crown here and let it dry. There we go. And then I just take something and kind of go around those edges so the glitter, you know, doesn't hang over those sides. There we go. All right, so those are the 3 crowns. Let's clean this up, and then I'll show you what this will look like. Oh, we got to color the dog real quick. The glitter, when you mix it with the ink on the glass like that, it dries really quick. Where when it's in a pile and you add the re-inker, it's not as thinned out and it doesn't dry as quick. So, something to keep in mind if you have any issues. All right. Let's get this off my carpet. Whoever buys this house when we leave is going to be like, how come there's red glitter in the carpet? All right, so let me see what the comments are. See, you need all the re-inkers because then it matches. So we'll bring this back. So here's our let me get my crowns here out of the way. So, right, we created our own background paper. We created our own little heart, which is going to be part of our embellishment. So our layout's going to be, let's see, something like this. I don't want to stick that in the wet here. And then I thought we'd put this over here and have love is a 4-letter word. Maybe add some little princess crowns to these little princesses that I have. I have this one too. So like we can play with it and, you know, maybe I'll do this in a different color. We'll, you know, put this one over the top so that it pops. We're going to let this one crackle first and then take a look. But I'm thinking we're going to need this one to be darker. So we'll ink that up here in a second. So let me set this aside and we'll color up this little dog. All right. So this is from Cuddles the Puppy. Let me see now if I can. Okay. So, let me just... Both sentiments here that I cut are from Cuddles the Puppy. I have the You Are My Bestie, and I cut that with an oval and matted it. And then I have the Love is a Four-Legged Word. And both of those sentiments are from the Cuddles the Puppy set. So, because my Ziva, which is my Great Dane, is black, I tend to color a lot of black dogs. So we're going to use W9, W7, W5, and a little bit of W3. We're going to use EO4 for the back part of the tongue. And R20, I'm going to zoom this in some more, for this outside edge of the tongue. Let's see. Is that better? I'm trying to make it so you guys can see. Maybe like that. So EO4 and R20 for the tongue. And then we'll use some W9. We don't want too much because Cuddles has these black ears, and we don't want to lose yes, make sure you eat. So we're gonna put some little strokes in here, and then with the W9, then we're going to go in with the W7. See, does it look like I've been inky today? And we're going to come over those strokes. And add some more around the face. Then we'll do W5 here. We'll kind of bring these up around. And then we will finish off with W3. That way we can see the strokes, but he's not too dark to lose his little eyes. I do like this jelly roll, the black jelly roll. You can always go over the eyes. And that will make them darker. And in this case, we'll go over the nose too. It'll make them stand back out. All right, let's put these away. And we will do the bone in the background. So for the bone, I usually use either the E43 or like the E81. So we're going to use the E43. Hi, Sabrina. And the E41. So we're going to go in and we're just going to come in and add some areas here of the bone that we think would be a little darker, and right along this bottom there it would be darker. And then we'll go in, blend those little areas, and then there we go. So now we have a little bit. I usually do 3 colors, but in a little spot like that, I don't want to. And then we're going to say that his background is like Callie's here. So there's some clouds in the sky, but it's pretty blue. Oops. I was clearly not on the screen. I'm so zoomed in. We are going to get B00 and B000. And we're going to use the 00 down here in the bottom. And then well, we'll do a little bit of darker right around Cuddles. Be careful, you don't want to pull that black out. And then we'll do this much lighter. Perfect. All right. So now let's zoom this back out. Let's grab our page. So we hang on. I laid these out. I know they fit. I love this one of Ziva. I swear she's like laughing at me. Well, something like that. I have been, Sabrina. We did, let's see, we have this little pink glitter crown. And the little red one is drying. And I misplaced the yellow one, but there's a yellow one. And we made this heart that's starting to crackle. And we're going to put this on it with Cuddles. And I think I'm going to put like something behind it since it's the same color. But we're going to make this, I'm going to shift this. We're going to make this element for the page. And we have a few little things. Somewhere I set down the gold crown. I don't know what I've done with it. But it's okay. It'll turn up. The point is that we matched everything Actually, I think I'm going to put a darker color on this and then put that over the top so that we have that contrast. We made everything, right? We know it matches because we made it. Oh, here's the yellow one. This is Yummy Yellow with the glitter paste. And there you have it. We'll have a beautiful layout that we created. We created our own distressed background paper. We did a little border with our stencil, dyeing the glitter. We dyed the mousse, the crackle mousse. If you haven't tried it, it's really fun. And there we have it. We have a layout. Yeah. Yeah, I have glitter and crisp crimson all over myself. So, and then, like I said, then we use our stamp and we'll make this little focal image. Once my glitter up here dries, then I'll put this all together and I'll post it. Do we have a... Thank you, Kim. I think we have a create your own background challenge. I'll post this in there so everybody can see the finished product. So thanks for tuning in. If you don't have a glass mat, I mean, that's how we made the background. If you have any kind of surface, you know, a non-porous surface, it should work. But we have all this texture. And we would spend money to buy this. We could also flick, you know, some re-inkers on here if we wanted. I kind of like the way it looks. I was going to splatter some white, but I just like the way it ended up. So we'll just leave it like this. So, oh, 5 p.m. Okay, shh, sorry. See, if you watched me, now you get a jump on that challenge. That's all I can say. So thanks so much. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday and enjoy National Scrapbook Day. Thanks. Oh, messy background challenge. That's me. It's always me. It's how I roll. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great day.